he told Lord Ram, he says, I'm a little worried because it seems like wherever you put your foot, something happens. So I want to make sure that my boat that you're about to put your foot on does not turn into a lady. As it is, I have enough on my plate. I have one lady at home and I have enough, and I don't need more complications in my life. Ramayana is a beautiful yoga text. It's an epic where Ram, he is in search of his beloved wife who was kidnapped by a powerful demoniac king named Ravana. And in pursuit of trying to find his wife, he was in the forest, and while he was in the forest, it was, forests have various different terrains, not just jungles and trees. There's rivers as well, then mountains. So Lord Ram is commonly known as, he was trying to cross a river. There was a boatman. There was this tribal people that live in the jungles, and this boatman who was a big fan of his, just loved him so much. His name was Kayla, and he was so excited when he got to see Ram, and he got to see his brother and Sita Devi, his consort. This is just before she got kidnapped by the king. So when he saw Lord Ram, he asked Lord Ram, my dear friend, my dear Lord, you want to cross the river, and I'm so happy I have this great honor and privilege to take you on my boat across this river. But, I have this doubt in my mind. I have heard this famous story where you put your foot on a stone and that stone turned into a lady. So he told Lord Ram, he says, I'm a little worried because it seems like wherever you put your foot, something happens. So I want to make sure that my boat that you're about to put your foot on does not turn into a lady. And as it is, I have enough on my plate. I have one lady at home and I have enough, and I don't need more complications in my life. So Ram said, okay, no problem. So what's your proposal? He said, I want, just make sure it's clean and everything is right. What he was trying to do, Kevat, was that he was trying to get an opportunity to serve his dearmost friend, so dear to his heart. Although it's so dear to his heart, his friend Lord Ram is considered a very divine being. So he took the water and he washed the feet of Lord Ram. And when he washed the feet of Ram, he was so happy that finally I get to wash the feet of the person that I love the most in the whole world. I get to serve him with my heart, and I get to personally pour this water, this beautiful water from this river, and wash his feet and touch his feet. So he was super excited, super happy he got to do something for his friend. And Ram is noticing this. This Kevat, this boatman, was taking tremendous pleasure in serving him. Next to him was Sita Devi, who was Lord Ram's divine consort. And she kept looking at Kevat, this boatman, and the boatman kept looking at her. And there was this beautiful loving exchange that was happening between the boatman serving her Sita Devi's husband, Lord Ram. So a little background story to that, which is also mentioned in the Puranas, is that Ram has incarnated in his original form. Ram is Vishnu, who lays in the causal ocean on a big, massive serpent. Imagine that. It's kind of difficult to imagine someone laying on a serpent. Has anyone ever seen anybody lay on a serpent? Not a common sight. But the serpent is a divine serpent, and the serpent has many hoods, and it acts as an umbrella to cover and shade Vishnu, the four-armed divine form Vishnu. And he was laying on his bed, and Lakshmi Devi, who was incarnated as Sita Devi, was given him a little foot massage, because that's what Padasevanam is. While she was giving him a foot massage, turtle was in the ocean, and it came up and it saw the beautiful feet of Vishnu being massaged by goddess of fortune Lakshmi Devi. And he wanted to climb up the snake and get a better look at what was happening there. And as this turtle was trying to come up and climb and have a better look at Vishnu's feet and get close to it, then because the snake, it's a little slippery, it kept falling off. And it kept trying to climb up again, and it kept falling off. So after a few times, Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, who was massaging the feet of her beloved, she just took the turtle and just pushed it aside and made it go back into the ocean. So that same turtle came back in its next life as this boatman, because he wanted to have this beautiful opportunity to take darshan, have the privilege and honor to see the beautiful exchange of the lover and the beloved. So he came as the boatman, and he got to do what he actually wanted to do, was to serve Ram, who was the Lord of his heart, the love of his heart. So this exchange happened, and when Kayla finished washing the feet of Ram, then Ram said, it is customary as I was born as a prince, that if anyone does any service for me, I have to give them something in return. I'm not one of these people that just takes things from people. Wash my feet, you have taken me across the river, and I just want to, give you this ring. Sita Devi had a ring. He says, can you please here? This is the token of appreciation for your service, for ferrying us across the river. So the boatman, Kayla, he's like, how can I take anything from you? Didn't you know that it is customary in my profession as a boatman that when there is another boatman, when we cross another boatman on the other side, we're not supposed to charge them anything. Just like a barber in India, when a barber goes to get their hair cut through another barber, the other barber will not charge them, because it's not proper to charge someone in the same profession. He said to Lord ROM, he says, my dear friend, how can you try to pay me? It's just one boatman to another. So I can't accept any offerings from you. But Ram said, what are you talking about? I'm not a boatman, I'm a prince. I'm the prince of Ayodhya. He says, yes, but you are taking suffering souls and putting them in the place of pure transcendental happiness. So you're doing the exact same thing. I'm taking one person from one side of the river to the other. You are taking someone from their suffering condition and putting them in the place of happiness. So Ram started to realize that my friend is a very, very smart man. He's logical. He just wants to serve. He just simply wants to serve. And Ram said, okay, I understand your logic, and you as a boatman, this is your tradition. But in my tradition as a king, I have to offer you something. So then the boatman is thinking, says, yes, I will accept something. After you finish your They were banished to the forest for 14 years. So he says, when you finish, then you can come back and give me that ring. You can pay me back at that time. The reason he says that is so that Ram will come back and he will get another opportunity to serve him. So this is the mentality or the consciousness of someone who is in the mood of service, of Pada Sevana, serving from the heart and serving the heart of another.